Hello, hello. So I have been out in the yard working today and got a few things to show you. The first of which is this collection of plants here. Um, my new roses have arrived, all 5 of them. We have Reine de Violette, Rosa Canina, Ferdinand Pichard, Harrison's Yellow, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this one, so we'll just call it the Souvenir. So I think most of these are repeat blooms. There's a variety of colors. We have pink, we have yellow, some dark purple, and here in the middle is the ginkgo tree, which is starting to leaf out. Now all of these are living in the basement. They are outside for today because, actually even just for the afternoon, to get some real sun, enjoy the warmth, and they're going to go back in the basement. We're supposed to be getting some rain this week, and I don't want them to get drowned in their little pots or beaten down too hard before they're really hardened off for our weather. So just a little bit of warmth for now, and that'll be about it. I've gotten some other work done around here, and there's still a lot to do, but daffodils are coming up quite nicely around this bed. There's a peony just beginning to poke out over here. There it is. That's a peony that came with the house, and it always gets wrecked by water coming off the roof up here because we don't have gutters. So I'm gonna have to do something to protect it this year. I went over to my neighbors and got more leaves and used the logs from the rest, from what we've cut off the tree now, to line this side of the yard. So we're adding more mulch cover, kind of slowly getting things in place to kill the grass and give us new garden beds, which is exciting. So we now have this just absolutely massive brush pile to work on. We'll be getting, as soon as the weather allows, we'll be getting a chipper and breaking it all down into wood mulch. It'll be good. Our iris are starting to show growth for the year instead of just having what was left over from last year. And the varieties of sedum that are in this bed as well are starting to grow a little bit. So we've got a few different things here, and it'll be interesting to see just how many of them actually made it through the winter completely unprotected from the elements and the dogwood's coming up, surviving nicely, starting to send out some shoots. All the patches of sedum we put in here last year are starting to come up, as well as some lady's mantle, which is nice to see. It's not surprising there's no real signs of life over here yet. We have hostas all through here, and rhubarb over there somewhere, anise hyssop, and that is a Joe Pye weed. So lots of different things over here. We will have to see how the lilacs do this year. They are starting to bud out, which is really exciting. I really heavily pruned these last year, so it's good to see that they are putting out some green, and hopefully they all flower nicely. Coming over here, we have some signs of life on our Minnesota hardy perennial mum here. This sedum that's actually really hard to see, always looks like it's dead, is doing really nicely. Just the color doesn't contrast against the mulch very well. This is a tree peony from Connecticut that, like the daffodils, was sent at a very bad time. But this grew outside of my window when I was a kid, and I don't even remember what color it is, but it's nice to see we've got some buds starting to come out. So despite looking really ragged and just being a tiny little thing, oh wow, I didn't even notice right here, it's sending up shoots and spreading out, which is always a good sign with plants that you were worried about the year before. And speaking of spreading, we have Monarda here that is sending out new side shoots and things, so looking forward to collecting leaves from that this year to make more tea. Frau Dagmar's got lots of little green things coming up on her, which is exciting. I'm sure we're gonna get plenty of blooms, if we can even get in focus here. Plenty of blooms this year. Yeah, it'll be real nice. The pasque flower is sending up some green. The phlox is coming out. Just a whole lot of nice signs of life. Even things that were struggling last year were planted at bad times. I moved the Burgundian rose. I was a bit torn about when to do it because, you know, lots of the wisdom seems to say wait until the last frost is passed, but also you want the plant to still be dormant. So I kind of took a gamble doing it now, dug down real deep, and tried to let it keep as much of its roots as possible. So hopefully that works out well. Lots of little daffodil shoots. All these small ones are from my great-grandmother's garden, and then we have some other sort of heirloom type bulbs, some old varieties of daffodils that we purchased that are coming up much bigger, much faster, much stronger. And that could just be that the bulbs from my great-grandmother's garden just were not doing their best when I got them. But yeah, lots and lots and lots of life. I did some work, and they're really big pieces of wood, so it's not the nicest, but I got the logs lining this bed, so we no longer have that sort of crummy looking edge on the bed. At least there's something defining it. And then put more leaves over here, kind of raked everything back into place, and I've been watering it a little bit to help compact and create that heavy mat of mulch. So that's doing well. And then finally, still surrounded by a garbage pail, but now upright and properly planted with soil amendments and everything, we have our little Hudson's Golden Gem apple tree. So it's only a couple feet tall. I mixed biochar, rock phosphate, and there was a third thing into the soil, green sand, into the soil. It's a bit sandy down there, so anything to improve the soil is hopefully gonna give the tree a better chance at a good life. But it's not terrible. It could be a lot worse, especially in our area. The soil tends to be really sandy, so I'm glad it wasn't as bad as some of my neighbors here. And yeah, I think that's about it. So that's the garden tour for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later, and bye.